Hi, I'm Aaron Garcia. Welcome to episode 7 of Conversations with Aaron, show where I interview local artists, garner a few recommendations from them, and highlight their works. Today's guest will be Said the People.
Woo! Oh
Let me
yeah.
get this thing over here.
All right, what's going on, y'all? Reagan, how's
What's up,
it?
Aaron?
Interesting handshake.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Logan, hi, what's up?
Thank you for
y'all?
having us.
Hey, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Nice to meet you. Good to be here.
Great. Great. I'm wrapped up. It's all right.
It's all good.
I figured it out.
Alrighty, gang. 4 of y'all comfy? All good?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
I love this chair.
All right, groovy. Well, y'all want to take the time to go and introduce yourselves to the audience as actual names and whatnot and what y'all play?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Well, I guess I'll go first. My name's Colton Lane. I play guitar and sing.
Awesome. I'm Logan Lavoie. I also play guitar and sing.
I'm Reagan. I play drums, and I'm an alcoholic.
It's not.
Best for last. I'm Allison Owens, and I am the bassist in Said the People.
All right, bro. Thank you so much, Colton, Logan, Reagan, the alcoholic, and Allison. Thank you so much for allowing me to meet y'all. It's amazing. And all right, so I just want to start. Said the People. Significance of that name, if you could say that. It's a very interesting name for a
Sure.
band. Could you tell us a little bit about
I
its
appreciate you asking us that, Aaron. So Said the People came about we formed about a year ago, and it took us a long time to settle on a name, but Said the People just kind of spoke to us because the way that we write our music is we really just try to make it for anybody, and we really try to be as inclusive as possible. It doesn't matter who you are or what you believe or anything. It's just people, music for the people. And so we just figured Said the People was a great name to kind of be all inclusive for everything.
That's sweet, Logan.
Thank you.
That's very sweet, man. Very admirable and whatnot, especially in today's day and age. You want to have, you never want rock music is only for rock people. It's like, no, it can be for everybody.
Absolutely.
I really respect and
And I think
admire
that
Yes, sir.
speaks like in the music that we create too, just because I think all ages and all types of people like enjoy our music.
Yeah, definitely. I'm one of those people, man. You guys are
Thanks.
amazing.
Thank you.
We have a lot of dads at our show.
We sure
We
do.
go hard with dads.
Yeah, 16-year-old trophy wives and
Definitely.
whatnot.
Rock bands and
Wow.
dads.
All right, that's amazing, y'all. Well, y'all talked about y'all's fans or whatever. Presumably, you guys are fans of music. When did that sort of start for each and every one of y'all? Like that sort of not just liking music, but wanting to take that step of like, I actually want to be in a band. I want to be in Said the People. Like, when did that happen? What was the
Solid
spark that gave that to y'all?
Oh, for me personally, I started young with my dad, teaching me guitar, and he actually made me play drums for him and all his old hair metal, heavy metal crap. And so I grew up playing drums, and so I always had a knack for music per se. But it wasn't really until I met him at Lou's, and we kind of rekindled this fire this was after I started playing guitar. But when I re-met him is when I really knew, dude, it's time to start a band, because we had something special. And it was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been playing for about 13 years. It is my favorite thing to do in this world. There is nothing else that beats it, and so for me, I just have to. I'll never get away from it. It's got me trapped almost in a way. But same thing, I've been in a couple bands before, never one like this. And that all started when we re-met at Lucky Lou's, and we've been writing songs for a while, but Said the People wouldn't be Said the People if it wasn't for all 4 of us. And it's a beautiful thing having your best friends in a band together. It's really nice. And so again, it's just, I'll never get away from it, and it's fine with me. I love it.
Love it.
Sure.
How'd you get into music, Reagan?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Here we go.
I started playing drums when I was in middle school percussion. And I kind of took a hiatus from it, which is like a big mistake that I'll always regret. But then when I moved to Denton, my buddy and I from Amarillo, I pulled out my old, very decrepit drum kit out of my attic, and we learned a song, and we were like, maybe we could just try to start a band. So we moved down here. We found a few people. Things didn't really work out with a lot of those things, as musicians typically would tell you that's how that goes. But yeah, and eventually I stumbled upon these guys through a mutual friend.
Nice.
And they didn't want me to be here, but I forced them into it. Yeah, I forced them into it.
Love
So
Like that.
that's how I ended up where I'm at in this chair.
Kind of
Unfortunately.
like Colton, I also got into music through my dad, just he bought me like a little acoustic guitar when I was like 10 years old and just taught me basic chords and everything. And I didn't really start taking music seriously until right out of high school, pretty much when I met you guys, you included, Reagan, because we worked together. But yeah, I met these guys through a mutual friend, same as Reagan, and the rest is like history.
Absolutely.
You know, we've been grinding for almost a year to the day now, just really honing in our craft.
Yeah, I dig that, man. And speaking of y'all's craft, and Logan, you kind of mentioned, you know, kind of coming into this band with your experience and whatnot. I want to ask y'all first off, is this y'all's first band, y'all, or y'all
First
had
band
previous?
for me.
For these two right here, it's
Yeah.
my second band. This is
my like third band.
Third band. Okay, well, I want to ask y'all about that. How did y'all's previous band experience or lack of experience, like how has that shaped said the people and whatnot? Do the more experienced people take a little more of a lead? Do the newer people like have like fresher ideas and just like complete ambition? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Awesome question.
That is a great question.
So from what I can tell, is the experience in my book alone has helped when it comes to gigging and playing shows. I kind of knew what we were getting into and you know what you need to do in that process, as well as practice and rehearsal. You know, with the band I had before, we did really well for ourselves. We unfortunately broke up, but that's just because we went different ways. I went to college, and two other guys, you know, they started working somewhere else and whatnot. But a lot of it for me is a rehearsal practice space, because we got very good at what we were doing, and that allowed me to take that experience and that knowledge into what we do practice-wise.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of jump off of that too, as I think that when you're in a band previously and then you join another one, the learning curve for, you know, playing with new people is diminished to, it's pretty small. Like, it's pretty easy to just kind of jump right in when you have experience playing with other musicians in a band setting. You know, it took me a little bit of a learning curve whenever I first started, because I'd never played, you know, with anybody else. But I think that's kind of just the nature of the beast with drums too.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, because almost everything that I taught myself was kind of thrown out of the window. It's like, oh, I'm not just playing like my parts, like I'm like playing with a team of people to create one sound, and like being like our song. Like, it's not kind of like spotlighted on everyone.
Well said.
Yeah, it's great. And yeah, I do want to talk about that, because as a musician myself, who's I don't have much experience with like playing with others and whatnot. How is that? Is it always, you know, completely pretty collaborative and whatnot? Does one person take the lead sometimes, and is that normal? I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, but like, how is that for y'all just collaborating on stuff? Is it pretty good? Does one person sort of like, okay, we're gonna let you do the guitar stuff, or is it an all-inclusive sort of thing? Like, could you tell us a little bit about the actual process of writing music and whatnot?
I would say at the point that we're at now, it's all-inclusive for sure.
Nice.
I think we worked together to build these songs. Initially, when we started, Colt and I did have a lot of songs written, so we would bring certain things to the table. And I will say, a learning curve happened for us as well in that process of taking what is acoustic songs and turning it into a full band production. And Allison, you know, nailed with what she was saying right there is, it's one sound that you're trying to build, not individual things that you're mixing together, really. Yeah.
Nice, I really dig that stuff. And now to sort of talk about just, you guys are a rock band. You comfortable with me putting that label on you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's
no, we're
fine.
I'll take it.
Absolutely.
We're new metal.
Take
Hey,
it
yo.
on my board.
All right, cool. Well, I want to talk, so rock and roll, there's some things that come with it. It's not just music, but, you know, blank, and rock and roll. Set, drugs, and rock, you know, there's a little more to just rock music and whatnot. So I want to ask, aside from the music and whatnot, was this sort of idea of being like a celebrity or like a rock star, was that something that was like alluring to y'all, or was it strictly about the music? And I want to put a disclaimer, if y'all say yes, we did want all this fame, that is fine. You, if you're offended, it is okay. That is cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying like, I just want to be completely rich. That is fine. I'm gonna be rich someday, and I can't wait for it. And
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
I'm gonna
Yes,
jump
sir.
in front of that board for
Hallelujah.
y'all before anybody.
I have to take dibs on this question, because I could possibly speak for everybody. I don't know if I do, though. I'll reserve that. But ultimately, our goal, we used to talk about this all the time before we were even established as a band. We were talking about what, like, reaching a certain level of stardom would do for us and what we would do with that. And we personally, and they probably are in the same exact boat, to be honest, but we want to the reason we want to reach the highest of highs is for philanthropy work, most importantly. it's like we just want to give back and influence people, and the more people we can reach with our music and touch and make an impact in their lives just by hearing our music, the better, you know. And so for us to be able to make a bunch of money one day and then give back through certain foundations or all kinds of things is probably one of the biggest reasons why we would love to make it all the way, as Frank Sinatra said.
Sure. I just want a yacht.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I said I don't buy any at all,
Waiting,
dude.
I was like, we have to get a boat. Like one
We will
day.
I would like a
probably
boat.
That's the main goal.
I think my main goal.
Boat.
I think my main goal for even just playing music at all is just to get to a point where I'm sustainable doing it.
That's good.
To where I'm making enough money to where like I can live my life comfortably and get to play music
And
as
still be a rock
as
star.
do something that
Yeah.
that I actually love. I don't give a about all that.
Well, like,
I just want to get
you
to
know
the
what
point
I
where like
mean.
I can support myself through just playing
Traumatized.
music and not, kill myself in the process of doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a yacht would be really cool.
Yeah,
That'd
it
be
would be
way
sweet.
sick.
I ain't even going up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be sweet.
Suddenly this fish makes sense. No, that's
Big
great.
fish
And so talking about fame, and again, we're on the brink of fame, y'all, me with this talk show, my filmmaking career and whatnot. And I just want to talk about like fame and whatnot. And, a lot of my favorite bands, I think of Blink-182, Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, just, Kiss. A lot of, really good monumental bands changed the world, but then something happens or whatever. What do you think is the downfall of rock bands and whatnot? Like, feel free to speculate. Again, I just want us to like really just think about like our futures and whatnot. And when that happens, why do you think bands can never just be sustainable? Like a Led Zeppelin, I know like John Bonham obviously passed away, so that was the thing. But like a Guns N' Roses is just like an ego thing. Is it like a lack of communication? What do you think is like the thorn and like certain bands is like side that they can't just keep continuing? Why does it always have to stop, you think?
I love that you said communication because I think that could possibly play a huge role into why like, these rock star bands or like even like local bands that we adore, it's like they split up and it's like, I think communication between them could be a reason why, just because, like I said earlier, like we're a team and like we're constantly like bouncing ideas off of each other. And if someone doesn't like it, it's like, I respect that. And, if we all get on the same page about a good idea, that's great. Like, so I think things can get pretty hairy whenever the ball gets rolling. Like you're in a good momentum and there's a little bit more stress put onto us. I think that's all I had to say, but
Absolutely.
talking to
Well, I want to give
people.
give a quick shout out to our manager Daisy, who pointed it out that like being in a band is like being in a relationship, and you have to really like
Well
you have to
said.
really nurture it and water it like it's a little plant.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
There we
and
are.
I guess to piggyback off all that, I would just say at the larger scale, bigger scale level, I think it's ego. I think if somebody develops an ego and it just keeps growing, it's going to lead eventually to the band just not working anymore because of the teamwork aspect that's required for it.
Absolutely, that and drugs. Like, honest to
I
God,
was
like
gonna
people
say
get
that too.
into drugs really bad. Like that'll ruin your life. So
Absolutely, drugs, alcohol.
especially when you got money to afford it like that. Oof,
Yeah.
that's when it gets real dangerous. So I think drugs and a mixture of all of that stuff.
No,
I'm a
yeah.
big fan of drugs personally, but
No drugs.
One drug, please.
One
No,
drug.
I really do like that you said that, Colton, the way you worded it, like because it's available to you. That's something that us at the moment, regular people, just can't fathom. You see like rock stars or just artists, whoever, they get addicted to that stuff. It's like, oh, well, you're dumb. It's like, no, but it's just like a completely different thing we can't even fathom right now.
Right.
Like just that. The idea of like people just wanting us, all this attention or whatever, it's crazy. So it's really good. So yes, don't do heroin, or any
Please do
drugs or
not.
whatever.
Please don't do
That's
drugs.
great. And Reagan, you mentioned your manager and whatnot, which is Daisy.
Yes.
Great person. I had the privilege of meeting her. And I want to ask you and just everybody, what led y'all to taking that next step of getting a manager? Because again, I'm very ignorant towards all this stuff, but that sounds like a pretty big move or whatever for a band that's getting pretty serious.
well, I think it's pretty obvious that most bands that are starting to gain any traction, they have good social media presence. They have YouTube, they have Spotify, they have all this stuff, but you have to be able to market that stuff in a way that actually gets people interested. And we're all really
Truth be told.
so we have to pay somebody to help us
Yep.
and kind of guide us around like little sheep, and just make sure
Be a
we're
band.
actually doing things correctly, actually giving us good ideas, being
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe you should just like other people's stuff, you know? It's just
Yeah, it's like-
stuff that you never would have considered.
You're
You
just
know?
like,
I mean, she's
wow,
really
the
like the
simple
best thing that's
truth,
happened
you
to
know?
us.
She really is.
Like it's really, I don't know. It's felt like a big deal ever since we've hired on Daisy, and like
We feel
everything
like a
feels a lot more real.
Yeah.
You know, like having someone like keeping tabs on us. It's like, hey, make sure you're doing this week, and you know, like posts and comment, and I don't know, just stay in the loop of things, and that gets people to recognize us too. So
Absolutely.
it's
And it's
really
amazing how
nice.
beneficial it's been to like in a
Incredible.
short time. Like it's literally like a switch went off. She literally just fixed everything for
Yeah.
us.
Feels like we've
Yeah.
known her
Showed us the
forever
way,
too.
so.
I described it as we upgraded our band's engine. Like
Yeah.
Definitely.
quite literally,
we went
like
from a go-kart to a locomotive. It's been night and day, dude. So
we got a
Hey,
turbo.
shout out to Daisy, right, Daisy?
Big
Oh,
shout
yes,
out.
we love
Big
you, Daisy.
shout out.
We love Daisy.
Brilliant. All right. Well, sort of last question to wrap things up. I wish I could talk to y'all for much longer, but whatever. The fish says so, so we'll have to.
That fish is really important to me.
All right,
I
Graham.
caught it with his bare hands when he
He'll
was
be
a
my
baby.
next guest. I just want to ask. So, rock music, you know, making good music and whatnot, becoming famous and whatnot. Is it just the music, do you think, that gets people over the edge to become worldwide famous? Do you think there's more to it? Do you think it's an image thing? Do you think you have to be like, you have to have like a certain beauty? Do you think it's solely the music that gets people to that level, or do you think there's more to it?
I think there's absolutely more to it, and it's, you know, just like Reagan was mentioning with the marketing and whatnot, you have to make people, you know, like you essentially to a degree. Luckily for us, these three make me look really good all the time. So I say for us, for me. But yeah, no, it's you know, you just want, it's like you're bringing the party. So are you gonna have a party, or are you gonna have a really good one? What's going on? Are people gonna stick around and they're gonna have a good time, or are they gonna leave? And that's all dependent on what your vibe is and your atmosphere and what you bring to the table. So I think that is literally 50% of it, and I think your music is what will be sustained for it. You know, you can be the coolest band in the world, and you're gonna probably make it to the top or make it pretty far. But if your music's not that great, you might not stay there for long. If you have music that people truly love and fall in love with, and then they'll fall in love with you as a whole band and whatnot.
Yeah, I dig that.
Well said.
That's
Very
Yeah.
well said.
speechless. Speechless we all are.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
You
All right,
got
perfect.
something to add?
Yeah, perfect
No.
stuff, y'all.
Oh, are you sure?
Great stuff. Alrighty, thank you so much, Logan, for that amazing answer. I really dig it. Hey, y'all's music is already kick-ass or whatever.
Thank
so,
you.
and you guys are really
Aw.
benevolent, very affable and whatnot, very friendly and nice or whatever. So I dig it. So you already got that. You know, got the full package, and just a matter of time. And I'm just grateful that I got to meet y'all at this point or whatever.
Likewise.
It was
Aaron.
relatively easy to book y'all. You know, it wasn't like I have to talk to like 10 different lawyers and then I have to wait for Jimmy Fallon and all this stuff. No, you guys are kick-ass. I really dig it. Thank you so much for being on right now. I feel a lot closer to you. I know the audience does. And you guys ready to recommend some stuff to the audience now?
Sure.
I'm so
Sure,
ready.
let's do
Sure.
it.
We wrote everything down.
Heck yeah. This is
So
a high-budget show,
smart.
yo.
Top one is
Pass
mine.
it on.
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you.
Money.
Like, this is my favorite. All right, groovy, y'all. All right, gang. So the way it's gonna work, I'll go first. We'll go counterclockwise. Okay?
Sure.
So it'll be Aaron, Coach, Logan, Allison, Reagan, and back to me, and we'll go one at a time. So 1, 1, 1, 2,
Beautiful.
1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Yes, the audience knows what I'm talking about. They've seen this show before.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
hello,
clockwise
audience of Conversations with Aaron. Said the people and I are now going to recommend some stuff to y'all. Today I have 6 albums, pretty cool stuff. The first album I want to recommend is my all-time favorite album. It has a very special place in my heart. If you've ever heard of the term loss of innocence, I was going through that as a 7-year-old when this album dropped, so it's really special to me. It's Blink-182's self-titled album from 2003, Blink-182. Just an absolutely fantastic album. Every song on it is really great. I know at the time people were like, what, this is such a different sound for Blink-182, but I've always really enjoyed it. And yeah, just a really great thing for me, a very poignant album. Again, my parents had divorced when it came out, and we had this really big house, which was like the strangest thing, but my dad moved out of it, so all the furniture was away from it. So you see this really nice big house, but then you go inside and it's like really empty. We just had one TV that me and my brother and uncle would stay up watching, like VH1 music videos. And I remember the I Miss You music video coming out, and we would always watch that. We'd stay up late because it's like, yo, there are 2 girls like making out, but it only plays after midnight. And at the time, it's really kind of funny. But then now that I'm older, I look back and honestly, I get kind of emotional, like thinking about it, just, you know, because of what was to come and just what I was going through, like being able to see it through adult eyes. Like, man, I thought the world was all innocent, but like little did I know all this other stuff was going on. But that didn't matter at the time because I was listening to Blink-182, and this album was really great. And I'm gonna pass it on before I start crying. Colton, what is your first recommendation?
That is
Awesome,
cool.
man.
Yeah, man.
My first recommendation, I want to recommend a band, and in particular a guy named Jesse. The band is called It Is What It Is. They are stellar. They're a band that's local, that is trailblazing. Their social media, their music, everything they do is top notch, and they're really
So what?
so.
Yeah,
They've
they
been
play
in.
So
I
What.
thought she said so what. I was
Yeah,
like, what?
that
Is?
is-
No. It
It's a
Is
big
What It Is
deal.
had played in So What Music
They know what it
Festival
is.
this past
Yeah.
year with they killed it. And Jesse, he's a part of Dallas Independent Entertainment Company, who our manager Daisy is also a part of, and they do incredible work. And everybody should go check them out and just stay up to date with what the latest and greatest is with them, because they're always putting on stellar events. But It Is What It Is. That's my first band to recommend to you. Go
Cool.
check
Thank
them out.
you.
Awesome. What else you got?
It's your turn.
I don't think so.
Oh, go through all
doing
yours.
the
You
first
gotta do
one,
all
right?
6.
Oh yeah, we're going 1, 1, 1, 2, and then
1, 1, 1.
like everybody does
Oh,
their
1,
first,
1,
and then we go through our.
Oh,
Your turn.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
the
We're on
only
the same
one in
page.
the
We'll edit this out in post.
Well, to
And-
follow that up, I am also recommending a local band called Atlantic Blue, who's our very close friend Kyle Kirby. Great guy, man. Awesome band. They run it very cool. It's him and his buddy who lives pretty far away. So they record all the music together. But Kirby goes out and just murders every show that I mean, every time I see a video, I've seen him live. Luckily once. I'm gonna go see him June 30th. So if you're free, definitely go check that out. But awesome, man. You got to check him out big time.
This comes out on July 1st.
You come out on July 1st.
All right, I guess my first recommendation, kind of staying on the music theme, is our producer that has recorded our new singles coming out and what's going to be released on July 4th, Whatever Floats Your Boat. His name is Sam Farr. He is the producer at Far Out Sounds. He is just a wonderful human being to work with, and he made our recording process so enjoyable. And really, we built the song, you know, with an idea of like how we wanted it to sound. And he is a phenomenal worker and has a fascinating ear for different sounds. You know, he's a producer, but he really surprised us with the quality of stuff that he produces. So,
Awesome.
Shout out.
Amen.
Far Out Sounds.
I'm gonna skip my first one and go to my music one.
Oh,
Well, I think we should just all stick on the same topic here. So
Here's a little bit.
I don't think you're ready for me to switch it up. So I wanted to recommend Lady Winters. She's a singer-songwriter locally here in town.
Nice.
She writes beautiful music. We've actually had the pleasure of playing with her once. You know, I really enjoy her songwriting ability. And if you haven't, I mean, she's got like 2 songs out right now, but I think she's probably gonna put out a lot more
yeah,
pretty soon.
she's
so.
on the come up.
Yeah, she's on the come up for show. So I don't really have much more else to say than that. She's pretty cute.
He's taking
Yeah.
her.
Cool. And one more time, that was Lady
Winters.
Lady
Yeah,
Winters.
Check out Lady Winters. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for those recommendations. Now, my second one is a local band, I believe, based in Dallas, Secrecies, and their album, Secrecies. They're absolutely amazing. They're phenomenal. I've been a fan of them, I guess, for like 3 years now. The pandemic sort of messed up my time and space thing, sort of. I think it's been 3 years, but yeah, they're an absolutely amazing band. Check out this album. Every song on it, I think, is a banger. They're just so good. It's like, why are these guys not famous yet? But you know, it'll happen in due time. I guarantee it. So check out Secrecies, the band, but also their album Secrecies, self-titled. Bam.
Cool.
Gnarly. We're moving past music now. I'm recommending Rocket League on any console. It's free to order, free to play. It's literally Rocket Car Soccer. It's the most fun
Oh,
game
now you
ever.
can talk universally,
You
right?
can.
Yeah.
They added
Wow.
voice chat to it. Thank me later. It's free. You can play cross-plat. It's the bomb.com.
You can play with us.
Sounds
We'll
pretty
play with
Yes,
you.
we can
we'll
play
play
with
Rocket
you.
League with you.
I would
Love
love
us.
to.
Well, I'm going to recommend Cholula because it's better than any other hot sauce. That's all there is to
That's
it.
all you need
if
to
you're
say.
not using it, then you're just up, dude. What you got?
Respect. I'm gonna go back on track to local music.
Okay.
So I'm gonna recommend Dust Mothers. They're another local Denton band. Roger Johnson,
yes.
he is the creative mastermind behind Dust Mothers. And right now I've had their top track, Jamais Vu, on repeat. It is such good stuff. Check out the whole album. Jamais Vu, like I said, is my favorite song. Highly recommend.
Absolutely.
Cream of the crop den music.
I'm gonna steer things back into the right direction here, and I think that this doesn't really need any more. This doesn't really need an explanation, but I recommend binge drinking.
Just
You
one of
heard
my
it here first.
It's one of my favorite hobbies, and I think it's really good. You start them young.
Frank.
It's a great stress reliever.
Yeah,
I
I can't recommend binge drinking enough.
Yeah, do that.
I think I'm gonna try that. I think I'm gonna try
Yeah.
that binge drinking, Reagan.
Let's just do it.
Someone watching the show just needed that extra push. I'm gonna do binge drinking now. Let's do it.
Now that he
Three
said
hours
it.
sober. Fuck.
That's brilliant.
It was Reagan who said that.
Yes.
I
Thank
meant
y'all.
it.
Thank y'all for all those recommendations. Those were brilliant. Thank you, especially that last one. I appreciate that one. Third recommendation is another album. It's a Chromovision by Oberhofer. Little known band, but shout out to the Texas Theater because they're always playing Oberhofer's music in their theater. And two songs on here, specifically Nirvana, I believe it's called, and Somebody Take Me Home are absolutely phenomenal, along with the rest of the album. So check out the album, but definitely start with those two songs if you're a little skeptical, but absolutely amazing band. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Oberhofer is the name of the musician and I think he does like all the instruments, but I don't know. Clearly I need to get more into him, but yeah, check out this album. You're not going to regret it.
I gotta check that out.
Nice.
Nice.
Non-music related, I recommend that everybody take your vitamins and take the ones without fillers. The gummy vitamins are trash. Go get some good vitamins, take them regularly, do your research, get them vitamins coursing through your veins. I like niacin and vitamin C. They're really good for you, they make you feel good. Get them coursing through your veins, you're gonna feel real good. Drink lots of water.
Yeah.
That's
You'll
my
never catch me
recommendation.
take a vitamin.
Yeah, see, look at him. He's an alcoholic. He binge drinks. He binge drinks.
I recommend binge drinking over taking vitamins.
To piggyback off of that,
vitamins.
I would recommend Miller Lite if you're going to binge drink. Because Miller Lite is the
What
best.
is
Miller
our
Lite
band?
beer.
We're really just a bunch of bar hopping, freaking juggalos.
Bunch of
Miller Lite.
scumbags, dude.
I'll crush some cans
No,
all
good for you.
day.
Kicking cans, dude.
Crush it.
What you
Y'all
got?
crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna recommend gaslighting. It's not real, you're just crazy. Reagan.
Oh my.
I'm gonna recommend vampires. I just think they're so cool.
Okay.
I've never seen anything bad with a vampire in it. If anybody out there is a vampire, I'd like to join you. I don't really care much for the sun anyway. I'm pretty pale.
It just burns you.
Okay.
The fourth thing I want to recommend is 1989 by Taylor Swift. All right, back to y'all. Okay. What is y'all's fourth recommendation?
Great recommendation.
I cannot wait to hear.
Oh god. I'm shifting gears yet again and recommending a TV show called The Boys on Amazon Prime Video. I think it's included and it's an
Badass.
awesome show.
If you have Amazon, it's included.
Yeah, just freaking buckle up. That show is so gory and graphic, it's crazy, but like I love it. It's so good. It's really good.
So good. I'm gonna hop back on the music for a second. Since we shouted out Far Out Studios, I also have to shout out Clark Audio.
Oh, yes.
Clark Audio got us our first EP.
He did.
Nathan is outstanding. He's a wonderful musician. Also, Dust Mothers, so it's all connected if you see how this is working now. But man, he's phenomenal. His production quality is so cool, and his artistic ability and what he like. Not recommends, but just his input on like when we were recording, like what to do and different ideas that we hadn't had that really helped us build it together, especially with our song Ready to Go. A lot of the elements in that song, I credit Nathan for helping us build that together and the way that it mixed and just finalized. He
Yes.
did a great job with.
He's such
Phenomenal.
a pleasant guy.
Absolutely.
Too.
He's local
Just
to Denton.
awesome
If you're
guy.
trying to record, hit him up. He's
Seriously.
top tier. man.
Clark Audio
Clark Audio.
Studio, I think.
Clark Audio.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to recommend Rosie Moon Creations as our fourth topic. They are a wonderful artist, again, local to Denton.
While we're on that, shall we show?
Oh yes.
May
This is
I?
her
art.
Pleasure, Tilton?
Yes.
Or
Here,
Reagan?
I'll go for it.
No, you do it.
I
Fine.
got you. I'm right up
I
front.
can
Here,
hold
hold
it,
that.
too, or you can.
This one is for our single that's coming out on July 4th, and the Rosie Moon is actually the one who designed this. I hope y'all can see that okay over there.
Just hold it still.
Yeah, there we go.
Hold it
There you
still.
I'm holding it
No,
still.
like I
but
said,
yeah,
they're a
we-
local artist. We had the pleasure of hiring her to do our single artwork for Whatever Floats Your Boat, and she was so phenomenal to work with. Her Instagram page is nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah,
it's
The
very
work
cool.
that she puts out is absolutely crazy. I think she's killing it in the art scene. Yeah, check her out, Rosie Moon Creations.
Nice. Beautiful shirts, by the way.
Well, this one's for you also.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you.
Hope it's a
I'm gonna
quadruple
I'm gonna
XL.
stay on theme here and just kind of dive into something that's really important to me locally.
Sure.
I recommend substitute teachers. It's a
man.
dying industry. I think they're the backbone of this nation. They're always about 90 years old. They really need our support. I'm a huge fan of substitute teachers, and I don't think that they get enough credit for all of the mind melding that they do within the classroom.
I'm really,
So thank a substitute teacher.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm proud
Shout
you
out to
said
Miss
that.
Rivers,
Yeah.
best substitute
Really
teacher.
proud.
Shout out, Miss
Thank
Rivers.
y'all. You know, it was getting a little too dignified. I was like, wait, something's coming up. Yes, that's what All right, thank y'all so much for that. All right, down to our last two recommendations. Fifth one isn't going to be an album. Like I said, I'm going to switch it up. It's two songs from one of my favorite films, Phantom of the Paradise, Special to Me and
So
Life at
good.
Last. Solid album all around. Paul Williams killed it on this. He didn't have to go so hard on this soundtrack, but he did. It's a Brian De Palma film. Why wouldn't you? But my two favorite songs off of it are Special to Me, sung by Jessica Harper, a.k.a. Phoenix in the film, and Life at Last is sung by Beef, the character, but I forget the actual singer's name who recorded it. But great songs, and check out the movie too. It's pretty cool. Phantom of the Paradise and the two songs from it. Bam.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think this one's pretty generic, but it's an obvious one. I recommend to everybody to go experience live music, like wherever you see it, because I think a lot of people, myself included, for the longest time, never listen to music outside of headphones or your car or anything. But just the experience of seeing music live and in person, you can feel that electric energy. Like there's nothing better. Nothing better.
Especially locally.
Yes.
There's nothing like it because you can always be at the front of the stage rocking out with those
Yeah.
bands, and you really get to have
And
that
the band's
experience.
here so good.
Yeah, we're
especially
so
here
blessed
in
in the Denton scene with how much talent is here and how well connected we are and how many friends we have. It's just awesome.
Yes,
So
sir.
Go see live music.
Extremely.
I'm going to recommend Kroger brand water bottles because they're the best. They're the best. Kroger's pretty tight. There's also no fluoride, so you can clean up your pineal gland. So
yes.
shout out to that.
Yes.
Kroger, you're doing great.
I'm a big fan of Murder Kroger myself.
Murder Kroger.
Murder
The
I'm a
one-
Murder Kroger stan
University?
myself. Yeah,
What's
that's
the
it.
other one?
That's MILF Kroger. is
Milf
the other one.
Kroger. I like Milf Kroger.
I like Murder Kroger, like Reagan.
But I feel like I'm
Closer.
not.
I like to
so
be in
much
fear
of
when
We'll
I
that.
buy
explain explain these things off camera.
Yeah.
It pertains to geographical location. Yes.
Nice,
Sort
nice.
of.
I dig it.
Sort of.
Yeah.
More so the
More so
The
the
vibe
title
of
itself
them.
is pretty
Well,
self-explanatory.
That's where the vibe comes from. It's location.
Nice location.
Moving
Allie?
forward.
Okay. I dropped my paper, but I guess to go back on like just an artist I've been listening to or a music group I've been listening to lately, I recommend Turnstile. This is a band that Reagan actually put me onto. You put me onto their older stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I really like. Super cool, like hardcore band. Their new album, I can't remember the album
It's
name.
called Glow On.
Glow
I
On.
think. Yeah.
That one really grew on me, and that's been something I've been listening to, like in my car, just full blast. It's super cool.
Cool.
It's really different than
Very
hardcore, but it's still fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I recommend changing your air filter regularly.
Nice.
I think it's really important for having healthy air to breathe in your house. And if you rent like I do, you don't want your landlord just showing up to do it for you, which he has, and
All
woken
the
me up
time.
several mornings at 7 a.m. And he gets really confused because he's never met me, and it's because he always comes at 7 a.m. And if I would just change my air filter regularly, this would not be an issue.
Nice. Shout out. Air
Word of
filters.
advice.
Yeah, getting
Yes.
some life lessons
like
from
the
these recommendations.
Yeah,
dude.
the
I'm
3M
digging it.
ones
Don't
are
forget
really
binge
good.
drinking.
Oh,
Yes. Said the people with the life advice.
Brilliant. Alrighty, well, I can't wait to see what our last recommendations are. We're down to our sixth. My sixth and final recommendation today is the album Creatures of the Night by Kiss. Kiss,
I like this
it's
album.
kind of a funny band. when I was a kid, I remember seeing my dad had a Live 2 CD, like the album of it, and they were really scary looking to me or whatever. And then later on when I got into their music, I was expecting it to be like really heavy and metal. And it's not, you know, it's a little more poppy, a lot poppier than I thought. I still love them, pretty cool, but Creatures of the Night, this album is sort of like an anomaly. It's essentially what I imagined they were going to sound like as a little 5-year-old when I was like terrified by them. This album was really great, and honestly, you know, I don't know a whole lot about music, but for my money, this is like one of the best like recorded drum sounds. Like Eric Carr, rest in peace, his drum sound is like amazing in it. The title track, Creatures of the Night, when the fill comes in, it'll blow you away. So if anything, just check it out for the production. It's absolutely great. And Creatures of the Night by Kiss is my sixth and final recommendation. You guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah. My last recommendation, I need to preface with a statement. I know how the water boy was so damn passionate about his water, because if y'all looked at your water, like tap water, I'm talking tap water. If you look at your tap water underneath your sink, under a microscope or something, it's all nasty. So what I'm recommending to each and every one of you lovely listeners is to go get a tap water filter, or one of them, you have one.
The
little, yeah, the little Brita thing.
Shout out Brita.
Something to filter your water.
Or Kroger brand water bottles.
Like, yes, that would work
Kroger
too.
brand would be
But
great.
long term, a tap water filter will take out a lot of that crap that gets in your body that you don't want there. That's really little. You never see it anyway. It's not good for you. So don't drink tap water plain. Put a filter on it.
Heard
You
that.
just saved someone's life, dude.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's-
I'm
That's what
recommending
I'm
that.
here for.
Well, save
That
it.
is literally my job.
Love it.
I save lives.
It's not your job.
It's
I'm going to switch my last one from what I was thinking. We went to the lake the other day, and my feet hurt really bad from it. So I'm going to recommend, if you get in Lake Grapevine, you get the water, wear some shoes, wear something, because those rocks aren't playing around, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that it hurt for
like walking
days.
on arrowheads.
Oh, God, it was brutal. I didn't understand.
It was terrible.
Like my toes are still
Even our
bruised.
dogs were limping the next day.
Yeah, all of them. 2 days. They were
Everybody
limping.
was hurting. It was terrible.
It was hard.
Boat shoes. Yes.
My last and final recommendation is check out our new single coming out, Whatever Floats Your Boat, coming out July 4th.
that's
I would highly recommend. We would love and appreciate it if you check out our music. Yeah, like I said, July 4th, it's coming out. It's going to be a banger.
You can
Kinda
pre-save
gotta
it right now.
Listen to it. Yes, you can pre-save. Right, meow.
Links
Right
on
now.
all of our social media, by the way.
Yeah. And I actually can't believe this already got brought up, but my last recommendation was drink tap water. I think-
What is it? What water?
What do you mean?
I just
drink
like
tap
the
water.
flavor, dude.
We're big water fans. In this
Drink
band.
tap water.
Water's
Are we
good
talking?
for you.
After a home.
No, I'm joking. My last recommendation is
Drink
actually
tap water.
pick your nose like you mean it. Nobody cares. We all do it. There's no
Stop
shame. Just if you got a booger in your nose, get it out. You know, you're gonna feel a lot better. And yeah, in conclusion, drink tap water, binge drink, pick your nose.
I think those are
Rules that I
things.
live my
There you
life.
have it.
Those are
great.
3 rules that I live my life.
Thank you so much. And these have been the top 6 recommendations from Said the People and Aaron Garcia. Thank y'all so very much for that, y'all.
Thank you.
Truly, I feel like y'all saved some lives right now. That's quite good. I know y'all saved mine. Thank you so very much for that. I think we're going to take a quick little break, and then when we get back, you guys, I think, are going to perform some songs for us. Y'all
Absolutely.
excited for that?
Yeah. Stoked.
Stoked.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to go.
Heck yeah, bro. Totally didn't just record it like 10 minutes ago. Alrighty, cool. Well, guys, stick around. That's coming up shortly, okay?
How's the
Thank
tap
you.
water?
And we're back. Thank you so much. All right, Said the People, you're still here with us. Thank you for not leaving and, whatever. All right, I think you're going to perform some songs for us today. Y'all want to tell us about the first one you're going to perform, what it's called, a little bit about it?
Sure. The first song we'll be performing for y'all today is called Simple Mind. It's a song that we wrote about just general hardships and perseverance. I consider it a song of hope, and I'm sure they do too. It's just a fun song that I feel like lifts people up, and it certainly lifted me up in a dark time. So,
I feel lifted up right now. Dude.
good.
All right, y'all, let's check out Simple Mind. Let's do this real quick.
You would have known it all would be gone tomorrow. As I care. Rest your simple mind. Leave your life behind. Oh, place your hands in mine. Kiss your eyes goodbye. Oh no. Rest your simple mind. Leave your life behind. Oh, place your hands in mine. Kiss your life goodbye. Oh Send me by the devil. Send me by the angel. Send me by the devil. Send me by the angel.
Cool.
That was amazing. All right, y'all.
Dang.
Brilliant. Simple
Dang.
Minor, right? That's what it was called?
Yes,
Simple
sir.
Minor.
Lord have mercy. Ooh, all
Remember
right,
to
y'all.
persevere.
All right,
Yes, keep
all right,
persevering.
gang. Well, thank you so much for that. I can't wait for us to learn about the second song. Do you want to tell me a little bit about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our second song is called Whatever Floats Your Boat. We'll actually be releasing that July 4th. We just wrapped up everything with that. I wrote that song coming home from a long day of work, just having a couple beers in my garage, and it was really just a passionate feeling coming through. And like most of our music, it just kind of helped me get through some stuff and whatnot. So whatever floats your boat.
And it really is just whatever floats your boat.
What he said.
All right, y'all. Let's check out Whatever Floats Your Boat. Let's do this real quick.
Baby, won't you please forgive me? I'm on my hands and knees, begging pretty please forgive me. Know you were right, know I was wrong. Should've just left you all alone. Baby, won't you please forgive me? 'Cause I know I may have messed it up this time. Take my heart, take my soul, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats yours. Take my heart, take my soul, baby, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats your boat. saw you last night and maybe before. I asked you to stay, but you walked out that door. No, you were right. No, I was wrong. Should've just left you alone. Baby, come back. 'Cause I know I may have messed it up this time. Take my heart, take my soul, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats yours. Take my heart, take my soul, baby, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats your boat. Never, ever, never let me go. Take my heart, take my soul, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats yours. Take my heart, take my soul, baby, take my body, it was always yours. Take my money, won't you take my honey, whatever floats your boat. Never, ever, never, never let me go. Baby, won't you please forgive me? Cheers.
Oh my God, that was amazing. All right, somehow
Thank
even
you.
better than
Thank
Simple
you.
Mind. Thank you so very much for that.
you.
Alrighty, y'all. Now for y'all's final song they were going to perform. Who would like to tell us a little bit about this song?
Ready to go.
Ready
This is
to
an
go.
older track for us that we started a couple years ago, like first forming the band.
Mm-hmm.
We played this as a trio before Reagan was in the band, and I don't know. It's always our last song in our set, just because it's ready to go, and I don't know. It's like our fun, upbeat song, I guess.
You know what, Allie? I'll tell you what. I'm not ready to go.
You're not ready to go.
I'm not ready to go.
Okay,
We're having too much fun.
Sarcasm. All right, now. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much for that. Let's go ahead and play Ready to Go.
Check it out.
I just don't like you no more. My heart just ain't like that no more. Where'd you go now? I'm lost. My heart is beating so Things are moving too fast. Time I have a heart attack. Chasing her bright lights. Pretty much human beings. Why are we always chasing dreams? searching for bright lights. Oh, hey, oh, I'm ready to go now. Oh, hey, oh, are you ready to go? I just don't like you no more. My heart just ain't like that no more. Where'd you go now? I'm lost. Heart is beating so fast. Silver lining at best. Well, I gladly take the risk. Call it a marquee. Black and white is so old. Where's the gray and where's the gold? You feel the heartbeats. Oh, hey, oh, I'm ready to go now. Oh, hey, oh, are you ready to go? I just don't like you no more. My heart just ain't like that no more.
said the people.
Damn. Alrighty, y'all. Banger after banger after banger. Thank you so very much for performing those. Those were amazing. And well, I guess that's going to be it for today, y'all. Thank you so much. Said the people for coming. Reagan, Allison, Colton, Logan.
Absolutely.
You guys are amazing. I wish y'all the best of luck. I have no doubt you guys are going to be like the next huge band. I look forward to it.
Appreciate that,
Don't be like my favorite band, Guns N' Roses, and break up and stuff. Please don't. But already, any closing statements y'all want to tell to the audience?
Aaron, thank you so much for having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
This
thank
was
you for
an
having us,
absolute
Aaron.
Yeah, it's
pleasure.
so much
I've had
fun.
a great time, great environment, great atmosphere. This was awesome. Thank you for having us.
How'd you like the fish?
That fish was. He was alright. It was good.
The pike. That's unacceptable.
Alrighty, gang. Well, thank you so very much for coming. Thank you all for watching, and I guess that's gonna wrap it up. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you very much. We're Said the People.
Said.